This is Unbiased review of the new Snow White movie. Yeah, I watched it so you don't have to. It's currently rated 1.7 out of 10. That's wow. But this is Unbiased review because I couldn't care less if this movie was woke or if it wasn't woke. Like, I studied film, and throughout film history, Hollywood's just a bunch of weirdos. I couldn't give less of a toss if she doesn't like men. I just judge a movie on its own merit. So yeah, let's review it, and let's start off with Snow White herself. Wait a minute. Bam. But yeah, Rachel Zegler, contrary to popular belief, she was actually good in the movie. Yeah. In fact, I'll go as far as saying she was probably the only good thing about the movie. Her singing could have been better, but her acting was actually pretty good. Like, some of the facial expressions were pretty good. Yeah, one or two were a bit over the top, but majority of it, she actually killed it. Like, I genuinely think they got the casting on point, at least for Snow White. Yeah, you might disagree with the outlook on life, but you can't deny she's a phenomenal actor. So where did it all go wrong? Well, look at this. Genuinely, look how bad the CGI is. Like, again, I couldn't care less if you don't want to cast actual people for these roles, do you know what I'm saying? But at least make the CGI look good. But the biggest problem with this movie is actually pacing. The biggest case study you could do on pacing is Martin Scorsese's last two movies, where they were like 3.5 hours long, but they felt like a breeze. And that's what good pacing is. This movie's just paced all over the place. Like, it goes steady at one point, and then it just mixes up, and then it's just so bad. Like, the pacing is insanely bad. But there's one thing that's worse than the pacing in this movie, and that is, like, I don't get it. How can you get so many big roles in Hollywood, and even a Hollywood Walk of Fame? Her acting is really bad. Get it? Israeli. No? Should have seen myself out? Okay. But I just don't get it, man. How? Do you know what I'm saying? How are you bagging all the big roles in Hollywood? How? Like, surely she must know Hollywood's deepest and darkest secrets. Because how? Kalel, no. No, like, seriously, if you thought that line was bad, there's some absolutely corkers in this movie. There's some lines that are actually as bad. I kid you not when I say this, some people actually walked out of the cinema when she appeared, because that's how bad it was. But honestly, I think the biggest issue with this movie is the actual pacing itself, because the actual Snow White story is borderline perfection, do you know what I'm saying? And if you want to rewrite your movies, go ahead. Feel free to do what you want, do you know what I'm saying? To make it more woke or whatever, because I don't care. I just want to see a good movie. But when you're trying to rewrite a perfect plot, a near perfect plot, you're going to get bad pacing. You're going to get inconsistency. You're going to get a movie like this, basically, where certain aspects of it doesn't make sense. And that's the thing. If you want to remake a movie, by all means, go ahead. But it actually ruins the plot and the pacing and the inconsistencies. But this movie is nowhere near 1.7 out of 10. Like, Pinocchio was worse. So was Dumbo, which I rate both 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10. This movie is the definition of mid. I rate it a 5 out of 10, just about. Do you know what I'm saying? Probably the lowest 5 out of 10 I can ever give. But the definition of mid. I actually think Rachel carries some of the movie.